Hey y'all, it is Gemini Jazz with House of Chiron, and we are back with another episode of Galactic Gossip. So, this week we will be discussing the energies starting from today, December 12th, all the way through December 18th. So, we have quite a few things going on this week. First and foremost, the heavy energy is the total solar eclipse that's happening on Monday, December 14th, in the sign of Sagittarius at 23 degrees. So, we have that plus a few other things going on. So, I'm not going to hold you up. Really quick announcements. I do have my vision board experience that's happening on December 18th at 7 p.m. Central Standard Time. It is a virtual experience, and I am in collaboration with Ashton and Jade, who are the founders of Women Who Werk. All of that information is in the description box below. Tickets start at $15. So go ahead and look at that link for the Eventbrite. Gives all the details. There's a little video there to give you some insight. Also, I have my newsletter. If you have not signed up for my newsletter, please do so as soon as possible. That's where you get like all the tea. You get all the information, all the updates. You get chances for discounts and all these different promotions that are coming up. So make sure you subscribe to my newsletter. And also, as I mentioned on my previous video, that my readings have now been cut down. So I'm no longer just having like unlimited readings for the month. I only have like availability to do 10 readings in each category. So 10 natal, 10 solar, 10 lunar, etc., etc. So that is something that I have implemented for the month of December, and I will carry that on until I completely cut off my personal readings, and I will just open them up a few times a year. But right now, my focus is shifting into other things. And so, last but not least, I have also decided that I'm taking the one-on-one coaching courses. I am taking those off as well. They will just finish out for the rest of December. So I only have 2 slots available. If y'all want to get the one-on-one coaching, get it while December is here, because as of January 1, it will be gone, because it is shifting into an online modular system that is self-paced. There's going to be videos and all these things. So I'm working on that behind the scenes. That will be coming out sometime in the early part of 2021. Last but not least, the holiday season is upon us, as you can see. And I have gift cards available for anyone who wants to give the gift of insight in astrology. Indulge, shall we? Yes. So go ahead and find those located on my website. Information in the description box below. That's all I have for the announcements this week. So moving on into the energy of December 12th through December 18th. We are starting off on December 13th with Mercury making a square to Neptune. So what is this? Mercury is in Sagittarius, squaring Neptune in Pisces. So this is going to bring some confusion to us. This is going to bring some deception, whether we are deceiving ourselves, some perceptions that are deceptive, because Mercury is in the mix. Mercury in Sagittarius focuses so much on the bigger picture, it misses the details. So with Neptune being in the mix, you could be deceiving yourself. This is not a great time for business, doing any business dealings right now, because the energy is not very clear. There's some illusions floating about, right? And so this is not the ideal time to sign things and finalize any contract, most definitely. And also with the lack of clarity, it's very important that we take our time to process what's actually happening and allow things to manifest how they should, when they should, instead of doing the very Sagittarian thing, which is, it's a fire energy. It kind of wants to speed through, and it thinks it knows everything. So it can literally go through all of these things. It can go through missing the details and just making a quick decision very last minute. So be careful and be very wary of that. But with Neptune in the mix, it is very, very ideal for us to tap into our dance, tap into our music, our arts, our poetry. Neptune is very creative. It rules Pisces. So it's a great time to tap into these energies using that in conjunction with that Mercury energy. It will be very beneficial. So moving on to December 14th, we have Mercury making a trine to Mars. So Mercury in Sagittarius, trining Mars in Aries, and Mars is now direct, thank God, as we know. And it is going to give us the ability to have a sharp mind and a very laser focus on the things that we are trying to create, our ambitions and things that we want to get going, things that we're trying to initiate. So with that being said, we have increased mental energy. We have this time that is great for also debating, but in a healthy way. So you can negotiate some things, negotiate a contract. This is great timing for us to be making our plans, making the action steps to initiate those plans when things are presenting themselves to get going. So also this can promote quick thinking and also quick decision making, because as we know, Aries is impulsive. So just be careful with all the other Neptunian deceptive energy that's lingering about, that you are not making hasty decisions on certain things, that you are actually taking your time to process and analyze them as well. So it's a great time for taking action, but make sure you're taking action with a plan in mind. Okay? So also on the 14th, which is going to be very beneficial with this energy of making plans and making actions happen, we have this total solar eclipse happening in Sagittarius at 23 degrees. 23, that is a 5. This is going to be promoting some positive changes in our lives. So this eclipse is going to be a new moon. So it's wonderful for setting those intentions, using that Mercury trine Mars energy that I just spoke about to set those intentions. Know what they are, what plans you want to go after, what you want to manifest over the next 6 months, and the action steps that it's going to take to have these things manifest. Let's do that today using that energy. And also looking at this to come to a culmination point at the lunar eclipse that happens in May of 2021. So we're looking at a 6-month focus ahead between now and May of 2021. What would we like to happen? What would we like to do with our lives? What changes do we need to make? Because remember, 23, that's a 5. So some changes that are needed at this time. So think about all of that. Not to mention that this new moon, this total solar eclipse, is happening in a close conjunction with Mercury, which is in Sagittarius, the bigger picture, adventure, all we're thinking about, adventure, the fun, the optimism, the opportunities that could come for 2021. We're looking for a better year than what we've had and all these things. So keep your mind open to perceive things in a new way with this Mercury conjunction. Also, communicating and relating to your environment and the people that are within your belief system, the people that are just like you, even the people that are not like you. Keeping your mind open to adapt new ways and new ways to perceive things, and also connecting and relating to new things and new people as well. Not to mention the trine to Mars. So this is the ambition and the action I spoke about. And last but not least, that square to Neptune. Yes, it is still there. So things are not as clear as we would like for them to be. So just make sure you're taking your time to process and analyze everything that is coming up during this time. So if y'all are interested in doing any intention setting for the new year, I am hosting the vision board party on the 18th. So check the description. So we're going to be using this new moon energy in conjunction with this winter solstice energy on the 21st, and we'll talk about that next week. But we are going to be using all these energies to manifest and create 2021 and beyond, right? So moving on to the 15th, we have Venus moving into Sagittarius. Venus in Sagittarius, what is that? That is a need, feeling a need for companionship, but freedom within that companionship, your values, trying to find different and adventurous ways and what it is that you value. We're going to be shifting our focus and what it is that we love and what we enjoy doing and feeling into learning something new, traveling, having some type of adventure, exploring even. So, you know, in your partnerships, if you're in a pre-existing partnership, you might want a little bit more freedom within your partnership to be you. Not necessarily saying you want to break up. Some people might, depending on how it's aspected in your chart. But none of that. Just saying that you might want some more freedom in exploring what it is to be in a partnership. And it doesn't necessarily have to be in an intimate relationship. It could be a partnership that is business, you know, platonic, friendship, whatever. So finding the freedoms, the sovereignty within your partnerships and your connections that you have. Also, it's going to be making a sextile to Saturn. So that's going to be amplifying even more so that feeling that you need companionship, friendship, so on and so forth. And so the work that you're putting in with building these relationships that we have and these partnerships and whatnot, they're going to be manifesting, and they're going to be, you know, you're going to see some rewards and some structure that is necessary in order to have what it is that you desire and what you value. So this is going to be great for business. This energy is great for business. This energy is really great for people who are into stocks and investments. This is really great energy for that. Let me know if y'all, you know, come up on some money on your stocks. It's important to let me know. Anywho, so that is really great for stocks, investments. It's also great for that adventure in your relationships and into your partnering as well. And, you know, just being free, finding your sovereignty, determining what your sovereignty is and your values as well. So on the next day, the 16th, we have Saturn moving into Aquarius. Welcome to the age of Aquarius. Yes. So not too long after that, we have Jupiter moving into Aquarius. So it is a new day. It is a new dawn. It is a new life for all of us. Yeah. So this is going to be the continuation of Saturn's 3-year transit in Aquarius. So it first went into Aquarius back in March, and I will link my Saturn in Aquarius video in the description box. It's going to talk really deeply about the Saturn Aquarius transit. I'm going to talk about it briefly here, but that video goes into more detail. So this is when we first experienced it, March of this year, when Saturn moved into Aquarius, and that's when we got our first taste of social distancing. Yeah, talked about that. Saturn is an outer planet, and it affects it affects society. It changes cultures. It shifts society on different levels in different ways. And so when Saturn is there, we have to think about, what does Saturn govern? Saturn governs our rules, regulations, the structures, politics. It is the father archetype as well. It is authority figures. It is restrictions, limitations, blockages. It is the work that's needed. So all these different things. Now we're taking these themes that Saturn rule and moving it into the Aquarius. Now, it was traditionally a ruler of Aquarius, and so now it's moving into Aquarius, where things are innovative. They are innovative and very different. Also, Aquarius is about the people. So all these rules and these structures that have been very limiting and blocking are now going to be shifting into a sign that's about the people. So the rules that will be created and the things that will be manifesting are going to be a little bit different. They're going to be for the people. If it does not benefit the people, it's not going to be around. Trust and believe that. Things are going to be exposed. Things are going to get some kind of scrutiny if they are not benefiting the people, all of us. So you can find that things are going to become a little bit more rebellious. You're going to be rebellion against these structures. So if you want more insight, check the description box below for my Saturn and Aquarius video. I will link it down there. Cool? Yes. Moving on, last but not least, we have the Sun, which is in Sagittarius, making a conjunction to Mercury, which is also in Sagittarius, on the 18th of December. So what is this? It is combust. It is Cazimi, right? So This brings clarity. This brings alertness. This brings opportunity, and that is great for sharing ideas and getting clear on something that was once, mind-boggling, something that wasn't clear to you before. With all this Neptune energy floating around, yeah, we've had plenty of things that we weren't clear about, but this energy, the Sun conjunct Mercury in Sagittarius, is going to bring us some clarity in what it is that we know, some insight, right? And so it's great for making plans. This is what this is all about. All this energy is great for making plans. So let's start planning 2021 now, while we have the energy that is supporting us. Also, this is going to be focusing on our community as well, and also building and relating to those within our communities. Also, you might find that you want to speak to your siblings a little bit more. I don't know, it's possible, because Mercury rules siblings and whatnot. So the ones that are from a distance, you might want to talk to them a little bit. It's the holiday season, why not? So this is something to take into consideration, that you might be becoming clear on some things. You might have some ideas come in regarding your small business. You might even have some communications that come in that give you opportunities to travel around this time. So it all depends, of course, how any of these energies are aspected in your chart. And if you would like to know more about any of that, please feel free to go to my website. Description box has all the information. You can find me there. You can book an appointment and whatnot. So I hope this has been helpful. I hope y'all have enjoyed this week's Galactic Gossip. Leave a review, like, share, subscribe. Let's talk about it. Y'all get in those comments and let's discuss it. So I hope y'all have a wonderful week, and I will see y'all on the 18th. Bye.